Well, AI is now moving from phones and computers straight into children's toy boxes. A new report warning that AI-powered toys are rapidly entering the market, capable of holding conversations, learning children's behaviors, and collecting massive amounts of data. Experts are warning that this new technology could be transforming childhood faster than parents even realize. For more on this, we're going to bring in President and CEO of Enough is Enough, Donna Rice Hughes. Donna, great to see you. Great to have you on set with me.
Great to be with you, Tracy. I know.
This is so concerning.
Yes.
Donna, so tell us a little bit more about this.
Well, first of all, AI is the wild, wild, wild west. If the internet was the wild west, which that's what we called it, this is exponentially more challenging and difficult because AI is basically using algorithms, right? And now the big tech companies have started putting these AI chat companions into toys. And so there's just so many problems on so many different levels. We know that facts show and research show that 1 in 3 children prefer an AI companion over a real relationship with a real person. So as usual, these big tech companies are putting profits over safety. There have been no guardrails around AI, and we need it. This is one of the largest, actually I would say the largest unregulated experiment in digital history is AI, and we've got to get it under control.
Yeah, it's really scary. I understand Senator Ted Cruz, he's taken a leading role in proposing legislation in order to regulate AI chatbots, particularly focusing on child safety and parental controls.
Yes, and it's a good piece of legislation. It was just recently introduced a couple of weeks ago. We supported that at Enough is Enough. So I'm glad that he is doing it. There's also 2 other federal Senate bills. One is the GUARD Act, and this was introduced by Senator Hawley, and this actually is banning AI chat companions for kids under 18. So that's a different type of a bill. And then, of course, you've got Marsha Blackburn's Trump USA Act, which is setting a national guardrails around this, really a national framework around AI, and President Trump actually asked for this. So I'm glad to see the Senate is moving. Unfortunately, AI and AI technology and these companies are moving faster than law and regulations. We know that, but we really need to get these kinds of laws passed very, very soon because it's out of control already and kids are dying. Yeah. Literally, kids are dying.
It is so concerning, Donna. What else can be done? I mean, what can parents do?
Well, first of all, parents need to recognize that this is an issue. I mean, anytime a child has unrestricted, unregulated internet access, they are vulnerable to all kinds of dangers, not just AI, dangers in chatbots, but pornography, predators, traffickers, sextortionists, etc. So parents beware. These are not toys, they're tools. And when an AI chat companion is put in a teddy bear, it's still a chat bot. All right, and researchers have actually shown that these are not good. These types of technologies isolate a child. And kids, very young kids, and some of these AI toys are actually considered to be safe for kids 2 years old and older. It's absolutely insane. So I would say parents, beware, be careful, and look at sites like ours, InternetSafety101.org will keep you up to date on what you need to know. But introduce tech late, and I would stay away from AI chat companions, especially for kids under 13, preferably kids under 18 at this point.
Yeah, and you mentioned research. I know Harvard researchers and other research has been done has warned that just excessive screen time in general is bad for kids, let alone now you're introducing these AI chatbots.
Well, exactly. In fact, CS Mott Hospital found, they did a poll last year, that the top concerns of parents, 75% was screen time. Okay, 75% was social media. And these should be concerns because they're very, very real concerns. And even social media is not regulated right now. So we need to start treating big tech like big tobacco. We already know that these are public health issues. And when finally, big tobacco got regulated when it came out that the cigarettes were nicotine delivery sticks. We now know that evildoers use this technology. We've known that for years. But now what's different, Tracy, that has come out in research is that the tech companies themselves are intentionally doing harm by the way they program their algorithms to keep them hooked, to keep them addicted, and the list just goes on. So parents just, delay tech as long as you can, implement guardrails, put on the parental control tools. The time limits are so important, and delay tech. Your kids don't need a smartphone when they're 7.
Yeah.
I mean, I think I've got a stat, 40% of kids age 2 and older have their own tablet. 25% of kids 8 and older have their own smartphone. We don't need to be doing this. Let's go back to real play, interpersonal relationships, outside play, and let kids be kids and use tech in a limited way for school and that types of thing.
Yeah, get out there, get some sunshine, run around, have fun. I know a lot of them target, though, parents in a way and say, well, this is an educational tool. Maybe parents think that, well, my child will be left behind if they don't take part in using these things.
Well, it really depends on what it is. I would say that's not the case at all for social media. But again, you can use these platforms in a safer way. But just recognize when you turn on the gaming console, when you turn on the laptop, when you turn on a smartphone, there are no controls in place. There's nothing set by default, which is what we're trying to do at Enough is Enough. Get all the controls set as default features, but that's not the case. So parents have got to turn on the tools, turn on the parental control tools, turn on the time limits, the filters, the monitoring technology, and everything else. And some are safer than others. And we put together like sheets like this. This is just on social media apps. And you go in, and we have got tutorials here to show parents what these different apps do, and they can see how to turn these different features on. And we have this for gaming, AI chat, and everything else at InternetSafety101.org.
That's wonderful. Donna, thank you so much. Thank you for what you're doing to keep our kids safe. It's really important.
Thank you, Tracy. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. Thank you.